Want to give credit to Biden to actually going down to Kentucky and visiting the wreckage that those 4 tornadoes last Friday caused in the area, also hitting Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois as well. But yeah, for him to go down there and make this totally and just unnecessarily political, he's a fucking asshole. Biden tours Kentucky wreckage, and one of the first things that he says, "Hey, there's no red or no blue tornadoes." Well, it really doesn't much fucking matter. You're just down. You're down there, okay? Nobody's expecting you to fucking start to man a wheelbarrow, okay? Start picking up the wreckage that's there. Start rebuilding homes. We'll leave that for Jimmy Carter. You can do that in your later years too, if you're so up for the challenge. But really, you're down there for moral support to survey the situation and then just or lend an air of credibility that, you know what, hey, the federal government has our back on this one. Shouldn't be going down there to fucking stump on this stuff. It's your responsibility to go down to an emergency situation. And yeah, thanks for doing that, but to make it into an impromptu campaign stop, what are you, fucking retarded? Don't answer that. President Biden surveyed the destruction left by a series of tornadoes in Kentucky Wednesday, today actually, 5 days after wild weather killed at least 74 state residents. There are no red tornadoes or blue tornadoes. There's no red states or blue states when this stuff happens. You don't have to make the statement. You really don't have to do that. Biden said during a briefing with local officials who, if you're talking with local officials in the area, why does any of that shit matter? But again, yeah, at Fort Campbell Army Base. But yeah, obviously he went down to survey the actual, destruction that was there. But why do you have to do this kind of stuff? Whatever. I think, at least in my experience, back when tornadoes were first invented, it either brings people together or really knocks them apart, and it's moving you together here. Okay? If that's the most coherent parts of the things that he was saying when he was down there, good. I'm glad you guys highlighted that stuff out. But yeah, no, he went down and he had his working shoes on that look awfully brand new and spiffy, and I'm sure that they probably still have the price tag on them somewhere if we get a right angle there. Looks like he really went to one place, or at least that's where he was photographed. And dude, the damage that was down there, that's pretty fucking significant. And yeah, 74 people are dead. It's still over 100 people are missing, and eventually, someday, they'll get down there and see what's going on. Well, I guess figure out the extent of the damage, because it's still, yeah, obviously going to be tallied up, because, yeah, it's still got to see if anybody's still alive, which is becoming a more grim proposition as the days go on. The devastation is just stunning, the president added. I mean, there's nothing left standing, basically, along the path. That goes all the way through. Wow. In this town, a relatively low average income of under $20,000 a year. Oh, what? So he's calling people poor down there? What a dick. Is a town that has been wiped out, but it's not the only town. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, your guys' is suffering down here in Kentucky. It's bad, but other people have it worse. So, you know what? Hey, be thankful for what you have. Ergo, then he got met with, just the customary cheer of his people. Well, let's go, Brandon. Biden is jeered as he surveys tornado damage in Kentucky after twisters ripped through states, killing at least, so 88 people are dead. The 44 by New York Post was a little bit inaccurate, and leaving thousands still without water or power. Biden flew Wednesday morning to one of the areas worst hit by the tornadoes, and he was photographed at one area with one lady wearing a blue sweatshirt and another crying lady sitting in front of the wreckage. But we actually have more pictures there. But yeah, it's pretty horrific. President Biden arrived at the epicenter of Kentucky's tornado damage on Wednesday to be greeted by jeers of "Let's go, Brandon," despite bringing a message of unity. No, he just does his same fucking song and dance. There's no red, no blue, it's just all of America. But why do you have to continue to keep saying that, huh? You soldier on, you rise above it, stupid. But no, he's not about that at all. A voice started up the chant as Biden stepped out of his SUV in the devastated town of Mayfield. It was a reminder that this corner of Kentucky is deep red and voted overwhelmingly for Trump in the last election in the previous year. Well, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. What does that have to do with anything? So one person may have been chanting that, but again, can you quantify any of that? Whatever. But the president paid no attention. No, he probably didn't hear it. You might just be making that up for a headline, but you do you, I guess. As he toured downtown, reduced to mounds of rubble and piles of logs, he was visiting to see the damage for himself and to offer local leaders any help they needed. Again, yeah, just rushing for the headline and not doing any proofreading. That's cool. He said he was amazed as the way that the community had come together at this kind of tragedy can either bring people together or knock them apart. Wow, and they're just copy-pasting from the New York Post. That's cool. For the 5th time since taking office, he was delivering messages of condolences and promises to aid to an area ravaged by a natural disaster. But again, how many times has he actually gone down there to survey the damage firsthand? I can't really think of any. But there's still one ongoing crisis that you still haven't bothered to ever go down there and visit, but you drove past it once, right? Southern border killed at least 88 people in 4 states during the weekend carnage, tearing down homes and ripping up power lines. Biden first arrived at Fort Campbell before traveling on to Mayfield and Dawson Springs to survey the storm damage. The president was briefed by officials at an aircraft hangar filled with pallets stacked with cornflakes, diapers, and toilet rolls, as well as crates of donated cleaning products and canned goods. Stars and stripes hung from the roof. Okay. Cool. Well, it's a military base. You'd expect as much, I guess. But I'm really glad because, as you can see, that's a pretty common sight in these places in Mayfield and Dawson Springs you'd expect. So I'm glad that they got all the cleaning material that they need. Obviously, there's a lot left to fucking buff and shine. After the briefing, Biden toured storm-ravaged Mayfield and promised help to the people who stood amid the rubble where downtown used to be. We're not going to leave, I promise you, as he waved from Marine One as he took off and went back to Washington, D.C. The federal government is going to be here until this gets rebuilt, he said, after standing head bowed in prayer with 3 of his guides. Yeah, I think I showed you that anyways, but whatever. He walked past traffic signals twisted by the strength of the wind. Don't really care that much. We got $99 billion of damage this year, just this year, because of the weather and climate change. Yeah, sure. We're going to get it done. I'm impressed by the way everybody is working together. I really mean it. Now, keep a pin in that climate change thing because we got something else to wrap this all up together because we all know that Joe, in accordance with him being the current president, he's also a noted scientist. So there he is just grandstanding before he took off for Kentucky. Oh, I only do press conferences and there will be no further questions. You can't ask me anything. I don't know what to say, really. But yeah, there's the devastation. So hopefully one day all of this stuff eventually gets built because there's also been reports of people having to burn some of their house in order to stay warm because temperatures overnight drop below freezing. But again, these evil people in wheelchairs with literally nothing, they have the Confederate flag in the background that also says not hate. So you know what, hey, that means that they clearly don't need anything. But as you can see, yeah, that's a swath of destruction. And you know what? Yeah, okay, so he's going to visit Dawson Springs. Okay, he also visited Mayfield as well. But outside of his little political statements, I don't really want to drag him too much because yeah, he should show up to these horrific tragedies that happen under his watch. He didn't cause it or anything. He thinks that other people within the country, climate change, those type of people, they were in charge of this type of stuff. But should he have been there a little bit earlier? Yeah, probably. Should have been there like fucking Sunday afternoon, but better late than never, I guess. But yeah, we're not going to leave you. Okay, bye. I got other things to do, and I got a Christmas vacation that needs to get started here shortly. So, again, he was pushing that whole, the climate change caused these tornadoes and stuff. That was also what was it, Michael Mann? He was also pushing that type of shit too. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Tornadoes have been running through. It's called Tornado Alley for a fucking reason for a long time, okay? Proof positive. There's a movie from 1994 that's all about tornadoes. Actually, there's a few of them, so you can go back and watch those for proof of concept. But experts, okay, normally I don't give a fuck what experts have to say, but yeah, this is the left, and they want to talk about all that type of fun stuff, right? Then you know what? Hey, if you want to fucking base everything that you do on experts and not by what you see yourself, well, you got to fucking hang your hat on this as well. Experts refute claims linking deadly tornadoes to climate change. Yeah, that really does suck now, doesn't it? Experts have pushed back against claims that this weekend's tragic tornadoes in Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, and Tennessee can be clearly linked to man-made climate change. Oh, no, but that's what popular activists and the President of the United States, what's the difference? That's what they're trying to push. God, that sucks. Okay, professor and climate economist Richard S.J. Toll of the University of Sussex explained why it is so difficult to connect weather events to the scale of a tornado to shift in the Earth's climate. Tornadoes are small, or rarely more than 3 kilometers in diameter, about, what would that be, about a mile and change? Okay. If you're unfamiliar with the metric system, and it's a pretty garbage system, so I don't blame you. The most advanced climate models, however, cannot see things that are smaller than 9 by 9 kilometers. Oh, okay. Climate models can therefore tell us very little about tornadoes. Yeah, but they want to really make it their pet project, and you just need to let them go because they're the party of science and all that fun stuff. But again, it's a horrific tragedy. 88 people are dead. Still, over 100 fucking people are missing. And yeah, a really, really shitty situation, all things said. So, what do you do in this situation? Well, you help people rebuild, okay? What don't you do? Blame it on nebulous topics like climate change, but they're going to continue to stump on it regardless. But we got more Biden stuff because, yeah, okay, out there for the photo op in Kentucky, he also ended up taking another win because of the most unreliable people in the world. The courts also handed him a stupid fucking victory. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.